365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM.
A beautiful morning to you there, listeners out there. My name is Olamide Adeniji, and this is your favorite newspaper review coming from the number one online radio in the Southwest and in Nigeria. And I'm bringing news stories from Daily Independent newspaper. The sad headline, this sad headline on the front page of the Daily Independent newspaper says, federal government unveils. Okay, says this sad one is a picture on the front page of the Daily Independent, which shows flooded Opeloyeru Street at Koka Aguda, Lagos, as a result of heavy rain on Wednesday. And it also shows an inset of vehicles that were submerged by the flood in that area. It's a sad one, and I pray God will help them in those flooded areas in Lagos. This is saying, despite protest, discos again hike tariff for Band A customers. Wow. EFCC warns youths, students against planned protests. Obasanjo denies discussing Nnamdi Kanu's release with Southeast governors. And then 2023 general elections, anger trails APC's non-payment of legal fees to lawyers. Okay, so let me take a short break. When I return, I'll bring you more news.
Radio, your number one online Southwest radio. This is Power 365 Radio. Get ready to experience dynamic energy and professionalism. At Power 365 Radio, we pride ourselves on being your go-to source for authentic news and insight. Be it breaking news, thought-provoking discourse.
Okay, so you're welcome back. Let me bring this first news. Federal government unveils model to realize planned $1 trillion economy by 2030. That's a huge one coming from the federal government. Okay, this is saying the federal government has said it is aiming to transform Nigeria into a $1 trillion economy by 2030 with a new financial inclusion policy unveiled. According to the presidency, the project is designed to combat poverty and catalyze sustainable economic growth from the ground up. Vice President Kasim Shettima, who unveiled the policy through a launch on Wednesday, said the initiative symbolizes the commitment of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Okay, that's on page 1 of the Daily Independent. It spills over to page 29 of same newspaper. Okay, Southeast governors, senators meet AGF, ask Tinubu to free Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, so with the speed at which the issue of Nnamdi Kanu is coming up, it is apparent that very soon this man might leave in detention. Okay, Senator Enyinaya Abaribi and some senators from the Southeast on Wednesday appealed to President Bola Tinubu to order the release of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. The senators made the appeal after a closed-door meeting with the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Lateef Fagbemi. Addressing the press after the meeting with the AGF, Abaribe claimed that unless Kano is released, the socio-economic and political activities in the southeast region will continue to be grounded. Senate probes importation of poisonous diesel, says heads will roll. The Senate on Wednesday threatened that heads must roll in the petroleum sector over the poor implementation of Petroleum Industry Act by some government officials following the importation of adulterated diesel. The senators in plenary were angry that despite the passage of the PIA by the National Assembly and subsequent assent by former President Muhammadu Buhari, the country is still witnessing the importation of poisonous and adulterated petroleum products. That's also on page 1 of the Daily Independent. All right, let's go to other pages. But before then, let's read this one, which has to do with the discos in Nigeria. Despite protests, discos again hike tariff for Band A customers. Despite protests by labor unions demanding an immediate return to the previous electricity tariff, Nigeria's electricity distribution companies, DISCOs, on Wednesday announced an upward review of tariffs for Band A customers. Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission (NERC) had on April 3 announced a hike in electricity tariff across the nation for Band A customers from 66 naira per kilowatt hour to 226 naira per kilowatt hour, which attracted condemnations from many sections of the country, including the organized labor. It was later reduced to 206 kilowatts per hour. But labor has asked the complete reversal to the 66 naira kWh. All right, that's also on page 1 of the. Okay, that's on page 1 of the Daily Independent. Let's quickly go to page 7, where the issue of Lagos flooding is on. That's actually the saddest thing that we heard yesterday. All right, page 7 of the Daily Independent says the Lagos government urges calm after 9 hours of torrential rainfall. Lagos State government on Wednesday called for calm from residents over the flash flood. Which flash flood? Did you hear that? That one is flash flood. What if it is now a major flood? With the rainfall and on Wednesday caused in the state. In a statement signed by the State Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources, Mr. Tokunbo Wahab, he explained that Lagos experienced about 9 hours of non-stop rainfall Wednesday. He added that this is coupled with heavy rainfall, which the state has been experiencing on a daily basis since last week, resulting in the level rise of Lagos Lagoon. Okay, that's on page 7 of Daily Independent. Tinubu advocates collaborative governance at Reps Legislative Open Week. Okay. President Bola Tinubu on Wednesday emphasized the necessity of collaborative governance for building a strong, united Nigeria, underscoring that the task is a collective responsibility of all arms of government and segments of the society. Speaking through the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, at the inaugural Legislative Open Week organized by the House of Representatives, President Tinubu reiterated his administration's commitment to working closely with both legislative and judicial branches to foster an inclusive government. Okay, so let's quickly go to the Metro page. Police arrest vigilante commander in Rivers, recover human skulls, bones. Over 190 rickety motors, tricycle owners brought before Abuja Mobile Court over traffic violations. Ogun State Police Ogun State Police Command rescues 3 Indians, 1 Nigerian, eliminates 2 suspected kidnappers. The Ogun State Police Command has said that 3 Indians and a Nigerian who were kidnapped on June 30, 2024 at the Lison axis of the Sagamu-Ijebu-Ode Benin Expressway have been rescued. The State Commissioner of Police, Mr. Abiodun Alamutu, made the disclosure at a press briefing held at the command's headquarters in Leweron, Abeokuta on Tuesday. Congratulations to the rescued ones. And now this next story. Okay, let's go down the pages. Let's go down the pages and get more news. Just a minute. Ondo gets Transition Committee on Power Regulation. Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa of Ondo State has constituted a transition committee to handle the transition of electricity regulation to the state. Addressing newsmen in Akure on Monday, the Special Advisor Energy to the State Governor, Engineer Johnson Alabi, who is the Deputy Chairman of the committee, disclosed that the committee will prepare the transition of the regulation for the state. While we shut 531 medicine outlets in Abuja, PCN, the Pharmacy Council of Nigeria has explained that the shutting down of 531 medicine outlets in the Federal Capital Territory was for various offenses, including operating without registration, poor documentation, and stocking of ethical products without the supervision of a pharmacist. The Director of Enforcement, Stephen Esumod, disclosed this to journalists recently. Alright, that's on page 19 of the Daily Independent. Okay. Just a minute. I need to bring this story. NCC EVC lauds resilience of telecom sector. The Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive of Nigeria Communications Commission. Alright, I'll take a short break. When I return, I'll bring you more news.
At Power 365 _FM. Power 365 Radio, your source for news and insight.
Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM.
You're welcome back. NCC EVC lauds resilience of telecom sector. The Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Nigeria Communications Commission, Dr. Aminu Maida, has lauded the resilience of the telecom sector in its 14% contributions to Nigeria's gross domestic product, noting that they done well for the country. Alright, that's on the IT telecom page of the Daily Independent. Sanusi others propose strategies for economic survival at MBA conference. Alright, let's leave that and let's go to other pages. NAS donates educational materials to primary schools in Edo. NAS is National Association of Sea Dogs. Okay, and then this is saying Senate asks federal government to improve on funding of capital projects. Women organization partners medical centers to improve women's health. Zamfara students debunk government scholarship award. ENO tasks MDAs on swift quality delivery, declares learning phase over in Akwa Ibom. Let me quickly bring you down to Oyo State here. Makinde presents instruments of office to Nifiditi of Fiditi. Obasakiru Oyewole. Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde on Wednesday presented instruments of office to the Onifiditi of Fiditi, Oba Sakiru Oyewole Adekola Oyelere Ajani Edu 2. Governor Makinde was represented at the coronation event held at Fiditi Grammar School by his deputy Bayo Lawal. Noted that the process of selecting Oba Sakiru Oyewole Oyelere was diligently followed, starting with the endorsement by the family, the presentation by the local government, and the scrutiny by the ministry. All right, that's on page 27 of the Daily Independent. Okay, so there are so many stories on the Daily Independent for today. I'd advise that you pick a copy and then you take a good read. And then congratulations to Finidi George. Finidi signs 2-year contract with Rivers United. Super Eagles to no qualifying opponents on today in the 2025 AFCON. Brunei begins chase for Diamond League points at meeting the Paris. All right, at this juncture, I'm going to call it today. Thank you for staying tuned to Power 365 Online Radio Newspaper Review. There's this article by Opeyemi Soyombo, the Pathfinder, on the back page of the Daily Independent, showing at 90 the man leaves. I would advise you pick a copy of the Daily Independent and read that article on Soyinka, the Nobel laureate, who is the Nobel laureate, who is clocking 90 this year. And at this juncture, thank you very much. God bless you. My name is Olamide Adeniji. Stay tuned for our Yoruba version of the newspaper review, Latino Wero, coming to you shortly. God bless you. Good day.
Don't turn off your radio. You are listening to Power FM. This is 365 Power FM. Mo ní ọ̀rẹ́ mi dákun màmá yìí tó wà lórí dá ìyẹn gangan. No controversy ní nọ́mbà yẹn. 365 FM. Power FM yóò ti wá máa ní. Power FM yóò ti wá máa ní. Ìròyìn tó kún fọ́fọ́ lágbàlá wa máa ní. Power FM yóò ti wá máa ní. Ètò tó gbámúṣé lágbàlá wa lẹ ó ti gbọ́. Power FM yóò ti wá máa ní. 365 FM.